SpaceX, largest IPO ever. Do know some people that IPO'd. Some people are smart investors, right? Congratulations to them, or employees, congratulations to them. Somebody just kind of came in. I don't think it's congratulations are in order for those. Welcome back to the automated TV. We're on the broadcast. It's a little bit late today, 8:52. It was raining outside, so I couldn't get to the studio. But don't worry, we're going to fix this pretty soon. We're moving to a new studio. Can't wait to show you what that's all about and to show you kind of the venue. I think it's a big improvement. But again, you shall see in about 2 weeks. So we're going to pause our broadcast in about 2 weeks. Sorry, at the end of this week for about 2 weeks as we go through a refurbishment and go through a change. Again, I'm very, very excited about it, and hopefully you are too. Thank you again for our 3 more subscribers. So now we're post 150. We are at 151. So thank you very much for subscribing and sharing and liking. Let's get our next goal to 200. Let's try to get it in record time. This is, I've done YouTube for a few years now, and this is definitely a fastest growing channel I've ever been a part of. And I've been really enjoying this run and enjoying all the love. So definitely let's get to 200 very, very quickly. Hopefully you all had a great weekend as well. I did. I had a restful weekend. We were moving house and studio, so definitely doing a lot of cleaning up and stuff. So that was great. And revisiting some of the old memories, which is quite inevitable, right? When you're cleaning house, you think about the old days and think about how far your children have grown, how much you've grown as well. And so I've definitely enjoyed that and had an opportunity to revisit and think about old things. And moving house is a period of growth, right? It's it's like trimming, right? And trim some of the underwood and undergrowth, and then you prune things for the better for the future. So definitely it's forced my family to have hard conversations on some of the new things as well and what we need to do, but that's definitely going to be better for growth. So that's what we did this weekend, and hopefully you had a restful weekend as well. I definitely have to also say congratulations to the New York Knicks for winning. It's been a while. I believe it's like 53 years. Or 52, right? So it's been a while. We're seeing some of the old kind of teams come back. Arsenal coming back, Knicks coming back. I remember when the Knicks were good with, actually not even Jeremy Lin, but before Jeremy Lin, right? With Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, I think Latrell Sprewell was there. So I'm a big Houston fan, grew up in Houston, Texas. And we played against the Knicks and they were great, right? Patrick, battling out with Hakeem Olajuwon. So I really enjoyed those matches. Ron Harper. So it's great, between the two, San Antonio or New York Knicks. I guess I would have preferred our same state, San Antonio, but, congratulations on the Knicks. I'm sure there's a lot of pretender Knicks that will come up and be fans. But again, I'm not a fan, but congratulations to that. So anyway, let's head over to the broadcast. We have a lot to cover. Okay, our first section, we're going to talk about Anthropic. So, remember Fable, right? So the company came out swinging with a full-blown public apology after researchers uncovered something even messier lurking underneath Fable's 5's already chaotic launch week. The keyword trigger freezes and self-downgrades we told you about earlier. So basically, if you write something about biology or write something quote-unquote sensitive, right, it downgrades you automatically. It doesn't even say why. Well, researchers discovered that Fable 5 was quietly rewriting entire user sessions to a weaker, cheaper model behind the scenes. So it triggered something whenever someone tried to do serious heavy-duty AI work, like trying to train competing AI models, debugging complex neural networks, and optimizing sophisticated AI architecture. Well, look, I can understand when you're trying to compete and trying to train competing AI models. That makes a lot of sense. But the other two, I'm not quite sure whether that makes sense, to downgrade without telling you and letting you know. Research fellow and popular Substack writer Dean Ball put it bluntly on X, calling it undisclosed performance downgrade shockingly hostile. Yeah, I add that it's a genuinely terrible look for a company that's built its entire brand on being the trustworthy, researcher-friendly AI lab. So the company officially told Wired that it's making Fable 5's intense restrictions fully visible going forward. So if the model suspects you are using its code to build competing AI, it will actually have the decency to tell you it is refusing or downgrading requests rather than just sneaking behind your back. Well, look, that makes sense, that, hopefully it does and is a little bit more transparent. But look, Anthropic is really making a series of moves that, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's the worthy competitor, right? You've got OpenAI, which is kind of fumbling around. It just started serving ads this weekend. I started seeing that as well. And originally said it wasn't going to give you ads, and now it's going to give you ads. And yeah, Anthropic, I don't know. I'm not pleased at both of these actions. Yeah, so maybe it's PR, maybe it's whatever in lieu and hype of the IPO, but it's just not a good look for either of these companies. So I don't know. It is what it is. If you're a fan of Anthropic, great. Let us know in the comment section below. Did they do a good job or did they do a bad job in your mind? I'm not a fan, so I lean towards I don't think they did a good job. But if you think they did a good job, let us know in the comment section below. On to the next section about real estate. AI wealth boom is sending San Francisco home prices to the roof and is about to get worse. As of March 2026, the median home sale price in San Francisco officially crossed a staggering $2 million. According to the real estate brokerage Compass, that's a massive 18% spike from just the previous year. And houses are flying off the market in an average of just 29 days, the absolute fastest pace we've seen since the spring of 2022. So where's the cash coming from? The short answer, tender offers massive market debuts. So 600 OpenAI employees quietly cash out their shares, which is a combined $6.6 billion. Around 75 of those lucky employees walked away with a cool $30 million each, and that's before any of the major AI public offerings even officially hit the public stock market. 80% real estate advisor Drew Wilkerson of Sotheby's estimates about 80% of his clients work in AI. He mentioned in just 1 week, he had 5 different buyers calling him saying they want to get in the market before the next massive wave of OpenAI, Anthropic, and SpaceX wealth completely floods the city. Yeah, right. And so, yeah, SpaceX also IPO'd, prices shares at $135 each, raising a jaw-dropping $75 billion. So, yeah. And according to rental platform Zumpers, May report, the rental market has hit an all-time high as well in San Francisco. One-bedroom apartments are now averaging painful $4,000 a month. That sounds like Hong Kong. Two-bedroom apartments are sitting at wild $5,500 a month in the hardest hit areas, including Soma, Mission Bay, and Hayes Valley. Yeah, that's pretty insane. So it's beyond Hong Kong prices as well, right? Hong Kong's not, actually, that's about right there. I mean, if you go to Central, right, one bedroom is going to be at $4,000 as well. But in Hong Kong, at least the real estate is nice, the property is nice. And in San Francisco, you may just kind of get a slum, and it'll be like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's what goes up must come down, as they say. I think, look, this is definitely a bubble. This is people still living, and yeah, it's going to be like this. I don't think it's a good thing in the long run for any city. It's going to price out a lot of people. People will have to move, but that's fine, right? San Francisco, people will flood in. People that have the money will flood in, and so I think it'll be fine if you're early in Silicon Valley. If you had a house, I think you'll be fine. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just how bubbles are, and that's how capitalism works. And it probably has been unsettling for people around. It just depends on where you are, right? If you're the buyers, you're great, you're minting it. If you're not a buyer, you're probably just saying, oh, that kind of sucks. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's healthy, but it is how capitalism is. And until I think there's a change in rules, nothing's going to really change. So congrats to you if you have a house, and if you don't, well, good luck, and maybe you can live somewhere else and then move over to San Francisco. I don't like San Francisco personally, so I'm not going to move there. I'm not going to live there, but if you do, good luck, and, good luck to you, and that's a great thing. Okay, on to the next session. We've got around the AI block. We've got a few different things. OpenAI says fake accounts from China try to turn Americans against data centers. Oh my God, this is an Engadget article. OpenAI says the company has published a report about China-linked influence campaigns that use ChatGPT. So basically, who it says OpenAI has claimed that it was based in China that used the chatbot to plan a campaign designed to sway America's opinions about AI data centers. It divided the users in two clusters, the first of which designate the data center bandwagon group. And the accounts asked ChatGPT to generate English language talking points and images. Such a common switch would focus on how AI data centers drive a demand in electricity and how that leads to higher bills for consumers. And the company says these users pose as Americans from a variety of backgrounds. And then, so also said target Chinese people based on other countries, could even go so far as to ask ChatGPT to generate insults meant to harass Chinese dissidents. Okay, all right. So one, it's OpenAI admits the campaigns failed to gain much authentic engagement and that they haven't shifted public opinion. A decade ago, I created the very first AI accelerator fund based right here in Hong Kong. Now, a lot has changed in AI over the years, but one thing hasn't changed: the need for human leaders to learn how to leverage AI. And that's why I'm delighted to start today the AI Leadership Academy, helping executives and organizations learn to strategically leverage AI. Head over to www.ai-leadership-academy.com for more information and to sign up for your spot in the very first cohort. So basically, it isn't much about nothing, right? Well, two things actually. I'm going to go on a bit of rant about this. So much ado about nothing. So it really didn't amount to very much, right? And two, I think it's silently racist. A lot of these things against Chinese people. Well, ultimately at the end of the day, I am Chinese as well. And when campaigns come out like this and when they talk about this, it's just silently racist. That's the way it is. When people say, well, look, it's, I don't like how Chinese people are, but but you're not like them. You're just being racist, mate. You really are. It is what it is. I'm sure lots of people, different groups have actually talked about doing stuff, right? People use OpenAI, Anthropic, to talk about different things and drum up different campaigns, right? And to talk about whatever groups, right? I'm sure this is not the only spy group, and I'm sure there's other spy groups that will be doing this and using AI as well. And by highlighting this, and one, look, people obviously know that it's fake, too, because you were saying that the campaign hasn't been successful. Two, you're saying that basically that, look, these are not negatives, right? Or sorry, these are not electricity, it's bad for consumers. These are facts. And you're just painting them and saying Chinese people are doing it or the Chinese government. Oh, no. I'm not saying you, Chinese person. I'm just saying the Chinese government is doing it. You're just being racist. Sorry. It is what it is. I'm not just even apologizing. It is what it is. You're just being racist, right? You're just painting, finding an enemy and just saying it's them. Nah, you're just being racist. You're just being convenient. Just saying Chinese people won't fight back and Chinese people won't say anything back, right? Just being racist. Oh, no, but I'm saying something against the Chinese government, not against Chinese people. But you're just taking, me being Chinese as a patsy, right? Because you can say, well, you can say what it is, but you're not going to fight back or you're not going to be offended. I think anyone that says anything against China or Chinese, people, You can say something against China, like something to say anything against any government. But if it's convenience, matter of convenience like this, yeah, you're just being racist. It is. It is what it is. You're just simply that. So I'm not a fan of it. I think that it's uncalled for. I don't live in a world where, being racist is okay. Even if you're silently racist, everyone's silently racist a little bit. But, yeah, I'm not having it. All right. So next one, Amazon borrows 17.5 billion from banks as AI spending continues. All right. So this is a TechCrunch article. Hopefully they won't block me. Companies are burning through exorbitant sums of money to keep pace in the AI arms race. Debt is climbing. Amazon has signed a deal to borrow some $17.5 billion from a number of financial lenders, according to Bloomberg, Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, HSBC, and Bank of America Securities. So yeah, there's a lot of people. The deal has been characterized as a delayed draw term loan. So yeah, that's my going all over. Well, I'm falling all over. Oh, okay. 佢咁 yeah， 解改啦。我知佢未返，我去reset。Oh, okay. 好啊。All right. So, all right. So, loan comes just days after it was reported that Amazon would also draw $14 billion. It's not exactly clear how Amazon plans to spend all the new money. Reuters notes that the new loan will be used for general corporate purposes. Okay. All right. So, not really sure what it is about. It says to fund new AI infrastructure like chips and data centers, companies are leveraging historic capex. Increasingly, companies are borrowing money to fund their massive AI build-out. So again, not quite clear what they're using or what they're using the money for, but we shall see soon enough. And it sounds like it's actually, sounds like it's going to be kind of compute, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's chips, could be something like that. Okay, DoorDash's new AI chatbot lets you order with prompts and photos. TechCrunch article again. So basically, that's launching a new AI chatbot that lets users order food and groceries with tech prompts and photos in its latest AI push. Ask DoorDash and allows users to search for the app for what they're looking for in the words instead of having to scroll through restaurants. That's pretty cool. So using AI basically to make search better. Pretty cool. Much easier, right? I think it's just more using AI to search is much more natural rather than just kind of typing in. I'm used to typing things in, right? I think most people are, but I can definitely see that being the new thing. OpenAI eyes price cuts as Anthropic heats up in AI model war, tech buzz article. So basically, ChatGPT makers were considering slashing API pricing amidst intensifying competition. According to a report from the Wall Street Journal, it's mulling a drastic price cut because basically they need to compete with Anthropic. Did it say actually how much it will cut the price? I've actually heard about this. Yeah, basically they're losing the fight, and they had the lead, but they lost the fight, or they're losing the battle, right? And so I don't know. They didn't actually say how much the price cut will be, but I think they definitely need to be a little bit more competitive. I think that's really what they're gearing up for. Next article, Tech Buzz. Let's see. Opendoor exits India as AI replaces outsourcing jobs. Prop tech firm shuts India operations amid AI automation reversing offshore trend. Opendoor is shutting down its India operations, marking one of the first major retreats from the country's booming tech outsourcing market driven by AI automation. The San Francisco-based prop tech company is winding down its India operations, choosing to automate functions with AI rather than maintain its offshore workforce. For a country that's built a $200 billion IT services country, that's more than just one company's strategic shift. Okay, yeah, that is definitely no good. People are definitely using AI as a way to kind of talk about things and get rid of people. That's unfortunate. Grok still has sexualized deepfakes despite AI safety push. Again, a Tech Buzz article. Oh my God, Grok. See? non-consensual sexualized deepfakes of celebrities and at least one prominent U.S. politician. Grok. Yeah, I'm not going to go through this. We don't want that. Just Grok is terrible. I mean, it's Elon's way to go AI, but that's terrible. I'm not going to cover this very much. I'll let you read it in the article, but it's not my thing. SpaceX officially prices shares at $135 in the largest IPO ever. TechCrunch. So yeah, Elon Musk's space and AI conglomerate that was raised $75 billion on Friday. It's priced 555 million shares at $135. Congratulations to everyone. And I do know some people that IPO'd. Some people are smart investors, right? Congratulations to them. We're employees. Congratulations to them. Somebody just kind of came in. I don't know. Not my thing. I don't think it's congratulations are in order for those, but it is what it is. Let us know if you actually in the comment section below, whether you're excited actually. Well, it turns out actually everyone in retail will actually end up owning SpaceX anyway. I think 2 indexes have been forced to actually buy SpaceX stock. So let us know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like being an owner? Do you like being eventually an eventual owner of SpaceX? Let us know in the comment section below. Okay, on to the next section. We've got videos. We've got AI tutorials 30 GPT 5.2 hacks you need to know in 2026 and how to use Sono AI. I like Sono. It's a free course as well. So try these 2 videos and let us know in the comment section below whether you like these 2 videos. Okay, on to the next section. We've got trending tools. We've got 3 today. We've got for natural language analytics, Root Lenses is a Zero SQL data intelligence suite. Hooks on a production databases generate real-time visual dashboards. For multimodal routing, OmniGate is a unified cross-modality API gateway compatible with OpenAI Anthropic SDKs. And 3, for bulk contact formatting, VCF Converter is a lightweight system utility built for immediate data portability. Cool. It's actually quite technical, these are. Pretty cool. I've never actually used any of these. So let us know in the comment section below whether you've used these, what you think. I'd love to know because definitely I've not used any of these. And yeah, we'd love to learn a little bit more. Believe it or not, I actually, love new tools and trying new tools and seeing. So if you have ideas, if you have comments, whether it's good or not, I'd love to know because then it kind of gives me a flavor of whether I should use it or not. Okay, on to the next section. We've got AI workout of the day. Use AI to find your next favorite spot. It's cool. Never actually use it this way. So the big 3 tools for your pocket. Google Maps and Gemini is a conversational wingman. Thanks to a massive late 2025 upgrade, you can now point your camera at a restaurant while walking and ask, what's the vibe inside? Why is this place popular? That's pretty cool. My wife does that a lot. Oh, there's nobody there. Oh, in the restaurant, there's nobody there. It's not worth going. So you can do that with Google Maps and Gemini. That's pretty cool. Perplexity AI, fast checker of food. Instead of reading 500 conflicting reviews, Perplexity scans them all and gives you a cited summary. And you can also book your table as well because they've got a partnership with OpenTable. Pretty cool. And Yelp Assistant, their fall 2025 update was a game changer. It started to show as menu vision. You point your phone at a physical menu and overlays photos of the dishes and what people actually said about them. Pretty cool. You use AI now. And I think AI in the physical world is going to get even better and it's going to be more comprehensive. So pretty cool. Try this prompt and let us know what you think, whether it works. And if it doesn't work or you've got a better solution, we'd love to know. Let us know in the comment section below. Okay, thank you for listening to our broadcast. We actually had a lot of information today. Like I said, thank you for our subscribers. We've got 2. Let's hit 200. Going forward in about, not this week, we're going to finish the broadcast this week, but next week, we're going to break for 2 weeks and then we're going to have a new studio and everything. And I'm really excited for these changes. So I'm excited. I think you're going to be excited as well. But you got to sit still and let us kind of do our thing for about 2 weeks. So I know you're, in the meantime, definitely read our newsletter and get the information that way. And I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's broadcast.